Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am Anastasia the Black Bookworm and I'm going on a book buying ban this month, the month of October. It is October 1st. I am going on a book buying ban because I've bought a lot of books and I need to read them. I'm here with a haul. Yeah, I explained in last week's video that I was in Florida and I was stressed. So one of those days did go to the local Barnes and Noble. And this was like before I knew my daughter was sick. I was already stressed, so at least I went and got these before because I wasn't doing anything when she was sick that did not involve her. So but yeah, I hope this video finds you well. We're gonna do a really quick haul because I don't want to say I lack impulse control, because sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It was just one of those, like, you know, treat yourself moments because life was hard and I didn't want to make it any harder. So after a rough morning, I took my daughter on a date to the bookstore and we got some books. And so I wanted to show them to you. I also included a book that was gifted to me that I talked about in the last video, but I didn't pick it up because it was behind me and I didn't feel like looking for it and blah, blah, blah. But I did want to show it. So I will start with that one. Oh my God, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Join the family. We would love to have you. Y'all, there's a hair on my lip. I don't know if I got it. But yeah, we're just gonna go real quick. This is off of my wish list, my Amazon wish list. The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren, the author duo. If you don't know, that's two separate people. Should I read to you guys what it is about? This book is old. I feel like, you know what? I'm not gonna judge because maybe you haven't heard of it, but I feel like most people have. Let's see. You have a single mom, Jessica Davis. Oh, and STEM, I love that. Is a data and statistics wizard, but no amount of number crunching can convince her to step back into the dating world. She's been left behind too often to feel comfortable letting anyone in. Her mother disappeared when she was 6, leaving her to be raised by her grandparents, and her ex decided he wasn't father material before their daughter, Juno, was even born. Ooh, yikes. Okay, so we have a single mom trope. And what does she do? She hears about Genetic Ally, a new DNA-based matchmaking company. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that she, like, is supposed to be fake dating the founder of it. But they end up being, like, actually really compatible. Like, I think in the history of the company, they're, like, the most compatible match ever. I didn't feel like reading that whole thing out loud, so I just didn't. But yeah, that's that. Okay, so that was the book that I got gifted. Thank you, Fallon. And these are the books that I actually purchased. And let's start with Accidentally Engaged by Farrah Heron. I talked about it in last week's video, so I won't really go too much into depth. It's just about these two neighbors who are in an arranged situationship. Like, their parents want them to get together, and you kind of see what that looks like and how they navigate that, especially because Rena doesn't want to do that. So you get to see, like, how it works out. And I'm like 55% of the way done. Right here. Okay, next. We got Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma. And this book was everywhere when it first came out. I feel like it was a book of the month pick too. Like, this book was everywhere and I always wanted to read it and I just never picked it up. I don't know why. But when I got it this time, it was part of the buy one, get one 50% off. And I was like, oh, okay, say less. We can get her now. So we picked her up. And let's see. Karina Mann dreams of having a love story like her parents, but she prefers restoring her classic car to swiping right on dating apps. When her father announces he's selling her late mother's home, Karina makes a deal with him. He'll gift her the house if she can get engaged in 4 months. But her search for a soulmate becomes impossible when her argument with Dr. Prem Verma, host of the Dr. Dill show, goes viral. Now the only man in her life is the one she doesn't want. Dr. Prem Verma is dedicated to building a local community health center, but he needs to get donors with deep pockets. Oh, okay, I see where this is going. Um, the Dr. Dill show was doing just that until his argument with Karina went viral and he was left shortchanged. That's when Karina's meddling aunties present Prem with a solution. Convince Karina he's her soulmate and he'll regain funding for his clinic. Even though his views on love matches and arranged matches conflict with hers, Prem finds the more he's with Karina, the more he begins to believe she's the woman he wants to spend the rest of his life with. But for Prem and Karina to find their happily ever after, they must admit that hate has turned into fate. Ooh, it's like a little enemies to lovers. This cover is so pretty. Oh my god, I love this cover so much. Yeah, we picked her up. And I'm not mad at it because I've been wanting it for a little minute. And lastly, I got A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas and A Court of Silver Flames, also by Sarah J. Maas. But this is like an exclusive edition. I already have the other one, but I went and got this one because look how pretty. Look how pretty. We love black. So we picked it up. I'm not going to read what these are about simply because I'm in the midst of the series and I don't want any spoilers. So you're going to have to Google those for yourself because we're not going to ruin this series for me. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm currently reading A Court of Wings and Ruin. I've just been saying like ACOWAR, so I'm trying to remember like what everything stands for. But yeah, I'm currently reading that. It's phenomenal and I don't want to ruin the experience. So I don't know what these are about. And I'm not going to tell you. But yeah, that was it. That was a real quick and easy one. A nice little 8-minute. So we are going to, are we going to get this how many thumbnails are there of me holding up books and being like, ooh, a haul. Ooh, a haul. I don't know, but here's one more. Okay, that should be good. If there's not anything in there, oh well. But yeah, that was that. As I said before, if you have not already, please like, comment, subscribe, join the family. If you're on a book buying ban, why? Apart from like saving money, because that's the boring reason, but like why? Mine is because, what was my reason? Because it's not that I lack impulse control. I just need to read the books on my shelf. Maybe you have a better reason than me. Maybe you have a worse reason than me, and I can justify getting a book during this ban. Or if you just bought a book, what's the most recent book you bought? Let me know. Or if you've read any of these, let me know. Yeah, I'm just really excited. I'm really excited to get into these and get into the books that I have. It's officially fall. It's been fall since the 22nd of September. It's my favorite season, so I knew when that day started. But I got a lot of books on my shelf that are like perfect for this time of year, so I'm gonna get into those. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week.